witches, blessed be. This is WhiteRaven over here. Today's Monday, so happy Magic Monday to all of you guys. Thank you so much for all the love and all the get well wishes that you guys sent me last week for my appointment with the dentist. Oh my god. Why do we all hate the dentist so much? It went well. It was perfect. It was perfectly fine. So thank you so much for all the love and all the wishes coming my way. Like every Monday, I love to be here with you. And what I have for you today is a spell that I needed to share with you based on some of the emails that I get from some of you guys. And I know I tell you this every week, but witches, sincerely, I get some emails on a weekly basis that break my heart, and it also makes me really angry for the suffering that people is inflicting upon other people. There's so much evil out there. If you've been watching my channel for a long time, you guys know that I share curses and hexes. The majority of my spells are going to be protection and reversal magic, and if you want to see it as a vengeance, call it vengeance spells. And a lot of people judge me for that, and a lot of people get really angry at me sometimes for sharing this type of spells right here for the entire universe to watch, because they call me irresponsible. They say that how dare me sharing such magic with people in the internet. But I'm at peace, witches. And I am at peace because I know in the deepest corners of my heart and my soul that there are people out there that suffer in silence. They suffer in silence every single day. And they suffer things that you or me, we are not even aware, and we could not even fathom the pain and the abuse that is out there. And if this is something that you have never experienced, such magnitude, consider yourself lucky and blessed. I'm happy for you. I'm very happy for you. But if you're watching this video, do not be quick to judge the things that I do, because you do not know. You really do not know. Now, having said all this, I understand that there's always going to be that one person that is going to be doing this spell for the wrong reasons. And to that person, I say, you get what is coming for you. And in a way, yeah, go ahead, do the spell. But it's going to turn around and it's going to bite you in the ass like you have no idea. And the thing about unjustified magic, which is that when all that unjustified magic that you send out there comes back, it usually does not come back to hurt you. It usually hurts the things that you love the most. So I always warn people to be very careful with the spells that and the hexes that you are doing. Make sure that you're justified, and also make sure that the heaviness of the punishment is equal to the heaviness of the wrongdoing that is being done to you. A lot of time people do very heavy curses that I share here with you, and I only know this because you guys write me, oh, I'm gonna do this for this and this and that. Listen, I'm not gonna repeat myself, and I'm not gonna tell you again. That's not justified. The spell is going to be on your hands. But if you do magic that is not balanced, magic have to be balanced. So the punishment has to be balanced with the pain that being inflicted upon you. There are things that are gruesome out there. I'm just going to leave this in here. My only purpose of having this channel is for me to empower the underdog. That person that perhaps is you, that you came across my channel today and you are suffering alone and you have no way of defending yourself. I am here to tell you that yes, there is a way for you to defend yourself. A way that only you need to know, and you can do in the secrecy of your own room, in the secrecy and in the sanctity of your own mind. Because in order to do this type of magic, you have to have your strong intentions, and those strong intentions are going to be based on all the justified anger and all the abuse that you have taken, pain and sadness. You're going to get it out of you, you're going to turn it around, and you're going to create with that pain your weapon, and that's going to be what's going to drive your curse. The curse that I have for you today, anybody can do right now. Dare to say that 99% of you guys can do it right at this moment. We are going to be using very simple ingredients, yet it's going to be a very powerful spell to bend somebody over. This is to dissolve a human, you know? This is to punish somebody with their own filth, with their own evilness. It's just punishment. It's just pure punishment. When somebody has inflicted pain upon you, perhaps a narcissistic person, perhaps a violent partner, somebody that's been abusing you, somebody that has sexually abused you, somebody that is humiliating you on a daily basis, and perhaps they have you locked in the house. And the only thing that you're able to do is maybe watch this video because you're locked in your own room. Only God knows. I hope this spell reaches you at the correct time, and I hope that it helps you. That is my whole purpose. If it helps one of you, I'll be very, very happy. Before I go into the spell, I want to say thank you so very much to everybody that has been visiting my website. Thank you so much, WhiteRaven and witcheslayer.com. I just want to let you know that I got some Black Devil's candles that I'm going to be having in the website in the next couple of days. I got some for you guys because you guys have requested that candle a lot. That is a great candle to do hexes. It's one of my favorite candles to cast that final hex just to be done with somebody, and it's going to be available in the website along with a few other candles. So visit my website, WhiteRaven and witcheslayer.com, which is, I think, a lot about magic. I'm thinking about magic all day long. I also think a lot about my spells and how the elements, I look at everything around me, right? And I look at the magic in everything. How the elements that surround me can assist me with my spells. How can elements around me can help me channel my feelings, and how I can use them as vessels for my spells and maledictions, just to make them manifest. One of those vessels that is very available to you and for me is an egg. Eggs have been used in magic for centuries. They're still very popular in magic. Eggs can be used for many things, like, for example, protection, divination, fertility, abundance, wealth, birth, renewal. It can represent even the 4 elements. It can shield us from psychic and magic attacks. But above all, an egg represents life. And so is as the representation of life that we are going to be utilizing an egg today. The next element that we are going to be using in our spell today is going to be ashes. Ashes. Ashes have also been very important in magic for centuries. Some of the correspondences of ashes, and I'm just going to give you the punishment correspondences. I'm pretty sure you can find more positive correspondences to ashes, but personally, when I think about ashes, I think about endings. I don't see much positive stuff when it comes to ashes. But ashes, in this particular case, can be used as a representation of sorrows, sadness, regrets, penance, mortality, destruction. Have you ever seen those post-apocalypse movies in which you have ashes raining down? What is that movie, Silent Hill, that there's ashes flying everywhere? Ashes had to do with catastrophes, with tragedies, with humiliation, with decay, with death. And based on all these correspondences, we are going to be using ashes in our spell. The next element or ingredient that we're going to be using is going to be vinegar. Now, vinegar is acidic and vinegar sours. Vinegar also smells. So it's a great element and a great add-on in any spell that you are going to be using for reversal magic or vengeance magic. Those are the 3 main elements of the spell that we are going to be doing today. So without further ado, witches, let's get into this very nasty curse. Let's start with the spell that we have today. The spell that we have today is going to annihilate. Va a doblegar. Is going to bend over. Is going to diminish. Is going to waste away your enemy. Somebody that has done so much evil to you that it needs to be stopped. Now this spell, take your time. Be patient with this spell, witches, and make sure that you have all your pain at the tip of your finger, because you're going to charge your spell with that pain, with that abuse that have been inflicted upon you. You need to transform it and make it your weapon. All right? So the first thing that you're going to do, you need to grab an egg. It could be any color. And in the egg, I need you to write down the name of your target. If you know the birthday of that person, you write it down in here. Name, last name, birthday. If you can draw this person, let's say it's a girl. Let's say she has curly hair, right? Let's say she wore glasses. So you're going to put glasses in here, right? If she's skinny, you can do something like this. If she's bigger, you can do something bigger. But do some type of representation of this person if you can. If it's a guy and it has mustache, a goatee, you know what I'm saying. This egg, witches, represents life. The life of this person. So right here. The person is right in here in your hands. This is 100% the representation of your abuser. Now grab your jar and very carefully, witches, we're going to put this egg in there. Very carefully. Make sure it does not break. You're going to grab some white vinegar. This is just regular vinegar from Walmart. And we are going to put it in our egg. Simple, right? So far, so good. And so what happened is, witches, that the acid of the vinegar is going to start dissolving the shell of an egg. It takes about 24 to 48 hours. It depends on the level of acid in your vinegar. There's some vinegars that are more acid than others. But I put this one just to show you. It's been dissolving for some time now, as you can tell. And so this is the one that we just put in your bottle. Okay. The idea is for you to leave this egg here until the shell completely and absolutely dissolves. We are going to be dissolving the shell, the personality, the front of this evildoer. If he's a narcissistic person, we're going to be breaking apart. We are going to be stripping that person of any power that has over you. Again, this is going to take about 24 to 48 hours, maybe a little bit more depending on the acid in the vinegar. Now listen up, witches. Once your egg is completely dissolved, you are going to add ashes. But let me tell you a little bit about the ashes that we are going to be adding into that jar. The ashes are going to be ashes that pertain to the pain that this person has inflicted upon you. So let's say that this person had made you cry because he's physically abusing you, hurting you, striking you, breaking your face every single day. If you have cried in a tissue paper, burn that tissue paper and add it to these ashes. If this is somebody that is taking you to court over child custody and they want to take your kid away, and you have any paperwork, a copy of any of that paperwork that represents that evil that this person is doing to you, burn that paper, and those are the ashes that you're going to put in here. Let's say that you got unjustifiably fired from your job. Any documentation that they gave you when they fired you, you want to burn that paper, or at least a copy, obviously, and you're going to add it to this ashes. Okay, witches, make sure that the ashes that you have in here pertain to your pain. Your pain is plastered in those ashes. You can mix those ashes with any incense that you may be using. For example, this is incense that I have dedicated to Hecate, which is the queen of witches for those of you that do not know who Hecate is. But perhaps you are burning incense to a specific deity, angel, force, energy, whatever it is. You can add incense in here. Perhaps you have some black magic incense. You can add the ashes in here as well. All right. Now listen up, witches. When your egg is completely dissolved, you are going to add the ashes in the bottle. And you're going to close the jar. The idea is that now that we have stripped this evildoer naked, completely naked, we are going to add that pain that he has inflicted upon us, and we are going to make him taste his own medicine. He's going to suffer in his own flesh. This person is freaking skin alive. And you are going to plaster upon his or her body their own wickedness. And they are going to suffer for the rest of their life the pain that they had dare inflict upon you. And listen up, witches. Remember, this is not something evil that you are doing to these people. You are returning to them what does not belong to you, because that pain belongs to them, not to you. So please do not feel guilty about what you're doing. Make sure that you are empowered and you understand that it's your right to return this back. Last, and this is only if you want to, you don't even have to, but you can use either a black or a white candle. I'm gonna put it here. Which is, watch your candle consume. Meditate in what you're doing. Concentrate in what you're doing. Make sure that all that pain comes out of you and into this. Charge it. We have this person naked in front of us, and we are returning the pain that they have inflicted upon us. Nobody has the right to hurt you, and you have everything that it takes to get even with this evildoer. Make sure you justify, witches. Other than that, from the bottom of my heart, I wish you the best. And that's it, witches. Thank you so very much for being here with me yet another Monday. Please make sure to go into the website, WhiteRaven and Witches Lair, because I have a lot of new stuff for you and I'm so super excited. New oils are coming up. I'm going to have a new deck coming up. The Carnival of Souls deck is going to be in the website coming up pretty soon. I'm so excited about that, because it was sold out for quite some time and I finally got it. So I'm really excited about that. So many new things in the website. I try to put in my website the things that I use in my spells, so it's easier for you to find what you need to do these spells. Again, thank you so much for your support. Also, if you have any questions, I'm going to try to stay away from my Yahoo email. Let's try to go into my website, WhiteRaven and Witches Lair, and you can just fill out the contact me little square that shows up when you log in and email me in my website. I want to try to keep all of you guys together in one place, so that way I do not miss any of your emails, because I know I miss a lot of emails sometimes because they get lost in spam folders and whatnot. So if you want to get in touch with me, go to my website, WhiteRavenandWitchesLair.com, and you'll be able to communicate with me right there. Also, let's be friends and join my coven in Facebook, WhiteRaven and Witches Lair. I'll be very happy to have you there. Witches, let me know if you have any questions, any requests. I'm happy to help. Please remember to keep your emails short. They're hard to read when they're really long, and I'll be more than happy to address them. Witches, it is always awesome to be here with you. It makes me so happy to think that I can help with my curses, as nasty as they may look. I'm able to help at least one of you guys. That's what I'm here for. Some people's gonna hate me for that, then so be it. It does not take my sleep away. I go to bed very happy every night. But it's always awesome talking to you. I love being here every Monday. Remember that you have to stay very smart. Keep on researching things, because knowledge is power. But above all, witches, with all that knowledge, you must stay so very wicked. I love you, witches. See you Monday. Bye.